So here's a question you probably don't hear every day. Why does the Dutch prostitution tax actually work? Let's step into the Netherlands for a second. This is a place famous for windmills, cheese, and yes, a totally legal and regulated sex work industry. Now that last bit, it's not just for shock value. There's actually a pretty smart policy reason behind it. The Dutch government decided, ages ago, that if sex work is happening anyway, why not make it safer and smarter? So they legalized it, and here's the twist, they taxed it. That's right. Sex workers in the Netherlands pay taxes just like bakers, teachers, or anyone else with a job. But how does that help anyone? Isn't taxation just making life harder? Well, not in this case. By treating prostitution as official employment, sex workers suddenly got access to a bunch of protections, health insurance, pensions, even the right to a mortgage. Things most people take for granted, but these weren't always available to sex workers in other countries. Now let's talk about organization. Taxes aren't just about the money, they're a tool for regulation. If you're running a legal business, you have to keep your paperwork straight, follow rules for health and safety, and make sure everything's above board. For the government, this means they can keep tabs on the industry. They know who's working, where, and under what conditions. That makes it way harder for traffickers or criminals to hide in the shadows. And because sex work is out in the open, it's easier to enforce labor laws. If a brothel isn't treating its workers right, there's a paper trail. Authorities can step in. It's not a perfect system, but it's a lot better than pretending the whole thing doesn't exist, or worse, pushing it underground. There's even a financial side. The taxes collected go straight back into public funds. They help pay for services, support, and social programs. In a way, it's the industry giving something back to society. But I get it. Not everyone's comfortable with the idea of legal prostitution, let alone taxing it. It's a tough conversation. But the Dutch model shows that when you regulate and tax something, you can actually protect people, workers and clients alike. And you give the government the tools to keep things fair and safe. So next time you hear someone bring up the Dutch prostitution tax, remember, it's way more than just a line item on a budget. It's a powerful tool for organization, protection, and progress. Thanks for tuning in. If you're a policy student, this is one of those cases where thinking outside the box actually works. See you next time.